What is up, guys? My name is Tim and you guys are watching the Backyard Boys YouTube channel. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this intro short just because we have a whole ton of stuff to talk about with this build over here, and I'm here to introduce you guys to our brand new 2019 Audi RS5. And here are the keys, and let's go ahead and take a closer look at this beast. If you guys are new to this channel or don't know what this channel is all about, we're about rebuilding cars, making things like this go back to things like, here's a picture of an RS5, complete, fixed, a black one. Anyways, what we're gonna do is go ahead and show you guys the whole entire thing. What the heck is going on with this car? This car is by far the most damaged, wrecked, destroyed car I've ever worked on, and my goal is to get this thing back to its perfect spec. And I'm pretty sure by now you guys are realizing or understanding why it took me so long to go ahead and reveal this car. The whole entire thing is destroyed. 2 quarter panels, rear bumper, rear body panel, wheel well, fenders, the bumper frame up front is just a huge mess. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. Comment your thoughts and ideas down below. Let's start taking a closer look. We're gonna go ahead and just walk around the car, literally how the car is right over here. Right off the bat, what we see is a good headlight. This headlight here is extremely expensive, and they do differ from an A5, S5, and RS5. So the A5 and S5 is the same. The RS5 has black insides, painted black, which makes the car look much more aggressive, and in my opinion, it's very beautiful. One thing that I'm very happy about this build is the fact that all the parts are on the car. For example, with our Mercedes C63 AMG, a lot of the stuff was off the car, insurance tore it apart, and there was things missing, things damaged, just extra things that were basically a headache for us. In this car, everything's on the car, so everything that is damaged, we can pull it off, look at the part number, order it, and basically get that same exact part, knowing that we got it confidently. For example, wire harnesses, you know, there's different wire harnesses. What if this car has a adaptive cruise control or cameras and stuff like that? Part numbers on wire harnesses, you can order them by VIN, and sometimes they come in wrong. It's just a hassle for people that know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's keep on going over here. I think the front suspension is fine. Not sure over here. Gotta see how the steering wheel is. Steering wheel is a little bit pointed right, so yeah, this looks just about right, but the fender is destroyed. We got a new fender. The door is just mangled, and I have no idea how this accident even happened. Like, how? Literally, everything is smashed. Like, it's like they got funneled in between 2 cars or something. These fenders are not cheap whatsoever. They are wider than a typical A5 and S5 fender. You can see the extra bulge over here. The S5, A5 don't have that. And this over here, if I'm not mistaken, I think S5, A5 don't have this. So the RS5 has a different body. It's much more aggressive looking, wider quarter panels, you know, different suspension, different motor. This motor is a 2.9 turbo, and I'm very curious to see what the performance is on this car, because I was absolutely shocked of the performance of my RS3. The first drive, even on a stock RS3, I was blown away. Just want to quickly shout out autoauctions.io. If you guys do want to get yourself a project car, be sure to check out autoauctions.io prior to buying that car. Just do your background history homework on that car. Make sure that that car has not been on auction prior to, you know, any kind of doctor up or anything like that. My link will be down below. It's gonna be 25% off. So let's keep on going. This door is destroyed, and this door is actually really darn long. By the way, we did get a lot of these parts just because we wanted to continue with these episodes. We didn't want to just give you guys one and leave you hanging for a while. So I don't know, we have a lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. Moving on forward, this door here is clapped out, it's hit hard, and it's definitely gonna be a replaced panel. Rocker panel is destroyed, and I'm really scared. I guess the scariest part for me on this car is just seeing how far this went in structurally over here, and if we have to order any or change any internal pieces. So that's kind of the only thing that I'm really scared of on this car. Besides that, I think everything else is pretty straightforward. Only thing is that the differentials and the rear wheels and suspension, that's the only thing, because the motor, it says it starts. So we're gonna go ahead and see if it starts. Also, it says mechanical, so I'm not too sure what the heck that means. Starts in mechanical. Usually that means something with transmission or something along those lines, where it would start up but it wouldn't move forward and reverse. This is just crazy. I have no idea what you guys are thinking, and I want you guys to comment down below what the heck is going on in your head. Do you guys think I'm going to be able to restore this thing back to its original spec, or as close as I can, making the car look and drive as close as I can to OEM? And basically, whew, there's a lot of work. This whole entire car is going to be just completely a skeleton when it's going to be on the frame machine. Both quarter panels are going to be cut off. The whole rear body panel is going to be cut off. And we do have a jump box in there. We had to put it into neutral, or at least take the e-brake off so we can roll the car over here. If you guys don't remember, the car was parked right over there and it had a cover on it the whole entire time. It's been a while. It's been a while since we got this car, but finally parts are here. You know, parts are coming from Germany, so times, especially with the COVID, is just making things way harder. But let's go ahead and take a closer look. The suspension, or not suspension, the exhaust is destroyed. I honestly have no idea how this car got in an accident. Like, I have literally, this whole section here is nice. Both quarter panels are smashed. Look at the trunk. The trunk is literally clean. Like, it's all good here. Here's a scary thing though. Look at this. Look inside here. See that? That right there is all beat up. You can see the battery's punctured over here with that little thing. And then there's more to see here, right there. All that damage here. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun job. Honestly, like I'm saying, it's by far the biggest job, and it's gonna be a very cool project. It's being one of those, on the frame machine, literally the whole entire back end is gonna be off. Like I said earlier, it's gonna be cut here. See that tub, this rear spare tire? Well, it's gonna be off the car. Only thing you'll see is frame rails, no quarter panels. The glass will be cut out. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be really crazy. I'm a little bit scared of what the heck is going on over here. It's either the exhaust jumped up and destroyed that, or I don't know, I'm a little bit scared of the subframe and the subframe mounting points, suspension mounting points onto the subframe, and things like that is what worries me and kind of what goes on in my head when I reveal or look at a project like this on the auction. This car was bought in Seattle here, so we kind of glanced at it prior to buying it, but couldn't get the best look at it just because, you know, you can't really get under the car. Just kind of looking on the outside is what we saw. This side is a lot less, so come over on this side. It's way less over here. This is reasonable. If I got a car from the auction that was hit like this, I wouldn't be scared at all. We've done quarter swaps on the channel, and you guys know that these things are pretty straightforward. Cut the glass out, cut the glass out, cut it here, and section the quarter panel off, pull out all the internal damage, put a new one on, seam seal it, and paint it. That's kind of the gist of labor over here. Whew. So this side, I showed you guys the horrendous, horrible side first. This side is just a little bit better. The roof has no damage. I guess that's a big plus for us, although 70% of it is glass. This door here is minor damage, easy repair. I'm not sure if it's aluminum. I don't think it's aluminum, but something right here pretty minor. Besides that, everything else is nice and clean. The rocker panel has a little bit over here. We may or may not get a new rocker panel just because it's cracked up in the back and it's just gonna have funny fitment. I know how it is with these, and I'm sure I can make it work, but we'll see if we can section a good deal on one of these from the dealer. Maybe since we're getting so much parts, they'll cut us some slack. Suspension here is completely destroyed as well. Look at that thing, it's just laid out to its side. I don't even know where to start. I think the first order of operation on this car is to get the car on its feet, basically started and moving on its own power. That way we can load it up onto the frame machine and start cutting it up on there. I'm not too sure what's going on over here as well. So you can see, actually no, the front is pretty decent. I got a little bit scared that this was pushed in so far, but it could be the fact that the fender is damaged over here. You see what I'm saying? But I think the front suspension is fine, so our main worry is in the rear. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. Whoa, buddy. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what is going on over here. So, for those of you that know, when I was putting together my RS3, these front ends, they just like, I don't know why Audi likes to tax their RS parts, like RS, R8, and A8, S8, and like A series. They just tax the, like, I don't know, like literally these parts are ridiculously priced. If I'm not mistaken, the bumper cover on this thing was 2,000 something, and then the grill was another like 1,800. Each headlight is like 3,000. It's just like ridiculous prices. It's just no idea why, but we got a little bit unfortunate over here. Reason for that is because we thought this up front was kind of minor, but a lot of things are actually damaged. It was a hit over here, and you can see that the absorber here took an impact, so it crinkled up a little bit, and that's really not the end of all the damage. So the headlight here is obviously destroyed, but taking a closer look, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the headlight off. Give me 1 second. So got the headlight off, and what I was trying to tell you guys is the damage here is a lot worse than we thought. It's one of those things where if it was hit, You know, if it was, for example, hit and just the headlight was busted, that's fine. But the hit, since everything is so close to each other, all the radiators, all these plastics and everything, one hit just kind of touched everything. So the core support is busted over here. Something's up with the intake air box, is off over here. It's not fitting up over here. The hoses down here are ripped, holes in them. So the oil probably leaked out. There's a hose that has a rip over here. You know, you can see that right there. The beam here is crashed. You know, horn, all this random stuff, which really adds up. It really does, honestly. It seems like it's, oh, really cheap and this and that, but you know, you're buying all these random stuff, and the radiator support is over here. We got to tear all this apart, and if I'm not mistaken, the frame rail is just a little bit damaged as well, just because why is this stuff damaged? Why is this stuff not lining up to its spot where it clips into the frame rail, if I'm not mistaken? So we do have a little bit more work up here than I thought. All the radiators and all the fans, everything is very clustered up here, so a light hit probably went pretty deep. On the bottom over here, I saw coolant dripping, so we don't have coolant over here, which is not a good thing. It means that we may have some, you know, maybe a radiator or something, and I know radiators for this car is probably $400 or $500 one radiator. It's gonna add up. It's gonna really rack up, and that's kind of the case though. Otherwise, the engine is beautifully clean up here. It's bone stock. We can see a stock downpipe back there. I hope it starts up. That's really, I honestly, with this car, we just hope for the best and we are prepared for the worst. And currently, I think we overpaid for it, but hopefully you guys enjoy the content and things go well and the car gets basically repaired properly without any kind of extra complications, without any kind of, you know, funny stuff. The hood here is, I guess, the other panel that's not damaged. So it does have a dent, but it's not damaged. It's not like destroyed. You know, it's obviously good. Headlight, hood, door, roof, and trunk is the parts that are good on this car. Besides that, everything else is gonna get replaced. Everything else is gonna get painted, and whole car is gonna get painted. We might as well do some kind of color change or something. I don't know, we'll see, we'll think about it. But I know on these kind of cars, keeping the original color is definitely gonna keep the value of the vehicle. You know, if you repaint a car, people are gonna say, what is the original color of the car? Or we gotta paint jams, engine bay, and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of it. Go ahead and comment your thoughts down below. But it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what's going on. I hope none of the rotors or suspension, any of those components, I just really hope that it's not like torn out of its socket to a point where we have to weld on things, and just, that's the thing that scares me the most. I wish it's just replace parts. Totally fine with doing that, and totally fine with all the body work on the outside of the vehicle. Should be all good. We're gonna go ahead and step on the interior now, take a closer look over there. It doesn't look too pretty in there, to be honest with you. The car's been covered up over there, and since the window was open and this quarter panel, all this stuff is busted, it's got moisture inside. And what moisture does is creates a little bit of moss. So it's kind of disgusting in there, but we're gonna get a hot, what's it called, hot towel. We're gonna put some interior cleaner and wipe all that stuff down because we're starting to work on the car. We don't wanna be sitting in mossy cars. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I really like the biggest difference for me that why I really love this car. So my RS3, I love it. It's over there parked, and I love the car. It's a perfect car, there's nothing wrong with it, but it is more of a compact sports car, rather where the RS5 is more of a luxury sports car. Meaning my seats are, you know, manual seats, adjustments, and things like that. It's not really a big thing, but it kind of is a big thing for me since I daily drive the car. This car has more room. It is two-door, but still, it's more of a sportier car with luxury. So it's got all the adjustments, everything's automatic on it. The interior's a little bit more redesigned, more free feeling, like it's more open. I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the door. This side is closed, so I'm gonna hop in from that side and open it. The handle's ripped off. The interior right now is disgusting, and we're lucky that not a lot of airbags were blown, I guess you can say. Like, for example, the dash wasn't blown, the driver airbag, the knee airbag wasn't blown, although both the seats were blown, all the seat belts, and both the curtain airbags. So pretty simple, both curtain airbags, both seats, and all the seat belts. All the seat belts are pretty common to be blown, but no serious damage on the interior over here. Door panels, this is what I was talking about, so that's disgusting. I don't know why. People were getting in from every angle from this car, because the auction, you know, dropped it off. They tried to open the door, take pictures, all that stuff. Oh man, hopefully all this stuff cleans up. We're gonna get this thing professionally detailed after, but look at this. So I like the door panel because it has like this very flat looking piece, and for me that's kind of modern and very, it's a clean look. I really like it. I like this layout here, this layout down here, and the way the carbon fiber flows here, connects to here, and it's got thicker carbon fiber. It's got more carbon fiber. You can see it more vividly. On my RS3, it's just little thin strips here, here, and there. We do have a massage seat function or something over here. I think that's something for the massage seats adjustment, and you guys can see that these are fully automatic seats, which is pretty cool. And I would not, it's weird because my RS3, it's not like something I complain about, but at the same time it's something I complain about. So going on here, we have a little compartment. I don't know what for, but it's a huge compartment. You can look at that. Like, it's kind of extra.
Probably touch the engine bay from there, huh?
I mean, it's kind of cool. You can, you know, your phone will easily fit in there. Anything will fit in here. Try to store something, maybe some kind of paperwork or something like that. Title, registration, or safety things, pepper spray, you know, whatever. Who knows what's going on. Going on that layout over here, pretty simple, pretty cool. I like how this is kind of stationary because mine opens and closes. It's cool as well, just a little bit different. The moss and this is just disgusting. I can't really stand it, but whatever. We'll get it cleaned up right here. You guys can see that the interior has moisture in it due to that window being open and a couple things like that, and the quarter panel completely being destroyed and this window not closing. So can't really do anything about the moss, you know, unless we keep it somewhere inside, but we have no room to keep the car inside, so kind of sucks. Unless you guys have some kind of remedy where I can do something to not have moss in the car while it sits, that'd be legit. Comment down below. Okay, I like this layout here. It's funny how I point over here because it's all mossy, but I like this layout over here. The way that this, you know, shift knob over here works, the gear shifter is super awesome. It's kind of like an R8 if I'm not mistaken. I think the R8 one's like this. Start buttons all the way down over there. So right there, mossy and disgusting. This is really cool as well because all you do is hover over this. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the jump box and show you guys how this stuff powers on. So I went ahead and connected the jump box, and you guys can see, so it has 8,224 miles. I'm gonna go ahead and click that button, get that moss off me, and ignition turns on, which is good. This is what I was talking about. See this layout here? Watch, you just hover your finger over that. Look at that, and it goes through the zones, or through the buttons, and then so under is basically so you basically hover over it, and you go up, or you gotta click. But it's kind of cool, I guess, something a little bit extra. This layout here is pretty cool as well. Heated seat, drive select down here, park sensor, and this thing to turn off and on this piece. Very simple. That's what I like about Audi. It's very simple, elegant, and clean looking. The steering wheel is, why is it showing so much stuff here? Jeez. Drive system malfunction, adaptive headlight, washer fluid, suspension malfunction, right turn signal. Okay, it's got a lot of codes, obviously. I'm pretty sure this layout is pretty darn similar to my RS3. I don't think there's much different here. Pretty cool layout. I'll show you guys the map layout. I'm gonna zoom out just so you guys won't see what the heck is going on. But there's a map layout so you can have the whole map here when you're cruising. Very cool, it looks cool, especially when passengers in the car. It's like you have this whole digital dash thing. This here is same as my RS3 as well, nice and thin. I like how this looks. This layout is much better, I think. Clean and awesome. See how these, oh wow, just touched that, look at that. That's actually sick. Look at that, you just hover over it. Okay, how about this? And this stuff, boom. Oh, it's information, something. So apparently this thing has like a lot of functions on the, over here. I was watching a Doug DeMuro video, and one of the things he said was the Audi Connect system here, it's like basically Audi Connect right here, except yada yada, or here, traffic light information or something like that. Basically when it'll tell you like the speedometer, or like, I'm sorry, it'll tell you how fast to go for you to hit every green light. Like, it's really weird. Like, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but apparently it has that, and I gotta check it out on my RS3 if there's the same thing. Look at all that moss, that's just, oh, disgusting. But I'm gonna go ahead and wipe all that down. Hopefully it doesn't do any damage to the car. Let's go ahead and open this, see what's down here. Nothing cool, something for the car to smell good. But yeah, the dashboard is clean and simple, and take a look at this seat. So the seats here, I like them. Everything about the interior on this car, I love. Only thing is, would be awesome to get a 4-door, but since this one was local, we went ahead and got the 2-door, and 2-door is more of a sporty feel, so I think so this would be good for now. What I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is actually clean out all this moss quickly, and then we're gonna start taking a look at suspension. I guess I'm gonna crank the back of the car up and just look under and show you guys what is going on over there. So let's get that done. I mean, let me quickly show you guys the back. Got the spare wheel over here. Everything else is pretty clean, no damage. Some little toe cap, But yeah, nothing here to show that's off. Everything's normal. Oh, right here, one more piece. Anything cool under here? Nope. Got a little golden ticket. Oh, this charges your phone. You drop your phone in there, it charges. Pretty sick. I guess that's just about it for the interior. I like it. I like it a lot. So we basically saw everything around the car. Right now what we gotta do is make sure that mechanically it starts up. So what we did, we bought a fuse over here. This is the adapter, or this is the fuse that blows. Sick, what is that? This is the fuse that blows inside here, so it doesn't let you connect. I guess how it works is inside here, this is the, you know, positive all the way through, but then when this thing blows, it kind of cuts off in the middle, so this no longer connects it. All it lets you do is turn on the ignition, but does not let you start the motor. We did get a brand new battery as well. I'm gonna go ahead and throw everything in there. That way we don't have to juice out the jump box. So swap this thing and throw the new battery is what we're gonna do right now. We need size 10, and I guess that's really it. Batteries are heavy, dude. Don't know if that's safe. Hope that battery is charged up. I guess that's all we really need. Alrighty, we got the battery changed, and now, in theory, it should start up. I'm hoping. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping it's gonna fire up. Let's go ahead and see. First of all, I'm gonna fire for like a couple of seconds. Make sure it runs. I'm gonna kill it. Make sure I don't make sure, you know, there's nothing spewing out of the engine bay or anything like that. Ready? 3, 2. It's not letting me start it at all. One more time. Sounds? How'd that sound?
Pretty healthy.
Okay. Yeah? Yeah, it sounded pretty good, but I'm a little bit scared. Dude, these things lit up red. So sick. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a start and run to the engine bay and hear it. Yo, look at that. Oh, wow. What is going on over there, champ? What does that smell like? Coolant, oil, what are we smelling? Look at that, I just see a little seam seal crack on the frame rail as well. Can't really tell, but I see it down there. Don't know if you'll be able to tell. Oh, right there, bottom left, right there. Hard to focus, but it's down there, so frame rail is probably damaged as well. And what exactly is that smoke? Since the downpipes are right here.
What does it smell like?
It smells like coolant. I'm smelling coolant. So I'm hoping it's not something crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and try put it into reverse and reverse it. I kind of want to put it right there so it wouldn't be in the way here. That way we can jack it up over there and order suspension parts or whatever we need. Hopefully it goes into reverse, because that may be the mechanical. The fact that it was smoking like that kind of started funny running. Funny running. Okay, ready? Ready? Reverse.
Oh.
One more time. What is that? What the heck is that? What did we buy?
Can we return this? Drive shaft? No, that's not. What is that? Axles.
Axles. That sounds like axles are busted. But if axles are busted, it can't really be one axle that's busted, because the other one would have to bust as well, I think.
Did you just rip out of the diff, or?
I don't know, dude. No, I just tried to put in reverse and it's not going in reverse, it's just making that noise. I guess the only thing we have to do now is kind of use a truck to haul it back, steer it, and put it there, and crank up this rear end and actually take a good look, because
We're gonna need some parts.
jeez. Okay, so we got motor steaming or burning or whatever's happening over there. We got axles in the back that are shot. How much more worse can they get? I'm telling you guys, the surprises on this car don't end here. So be sure to stay tuned for episode 2, episode 3, and episode 54 when this car is done. Okay, I guess what we're gonna do is go ahead and use a truck, haul it back, haul it forward, just to get into that little corner over there. Pick up the rear quickly, just take a quick glance, pull the wheels off, and just eyeball it under there, see what's going on. Let's get it done. We're burning daylight. It's almost dark, so we're gonna get that done. Got the wheel off and noticed a couple of damaged parts. Something here goes behind the caliper. I'm gonna run a little parts diagnostic, see what that is, or a little diagram and see what that is. This thing seems to be spinning awfully freely. That's because the diff, something's wrong with the diff, or something is wrong with right there. So I don't know what that is and why is it spinning so freely. We're gonna find out in the next episode, because I know that this is just opening up a can of worms. Like, whew. We got ourselves some work, I'll tell you that. One control arm destroyed right here, another one down here. Two trailing arms here. So I think these are called trailing arms. We got the shock that's destroyed over there. Looks like the knuckle is bent up here. Everything on this side looks like it's gone. Really, I mean, I don't really know, or I don't really know how it's supposed to be. So I think, well, that's obviously bent, that's bent, knuckle is bent. And then the shock, but the spring and stuff like that might be good. The caliper here is good. The rotor is good. Seems like it's spinning pretty straight. This thing up there making noise. So that seems like it's spinning straight. Got a little bit of frame rail damage here. Maybe that's just cosmetic. Get that repaired, but we're gonna measure the frame once this thing comes off, and then I think we're gonna replace this inner piece over here as well. It's super buckled here and it's just completely destroyed over here. I'm happy that the damage didn't go much further here though, like behind, you know, where that door panel is on that side, or that panel, quarter panel is on that side. So nothing really too crazy here. Doesn't look like we have any kind of serious frame rail damage. Seems like the seam seal is all in place. It seems like the actual structure of the frame is actually clean and nice, and it's all just body panels and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start diagnosing that quarter or the drive shaft, but that's gonna be a little bit later. Let's go ahead and pull off the other wheel, because the other wheel was the one that was just completely torn out and looked a little bit sketchier than this one. So let's go on that side. Oh, snap. Oh, no freaking way. Basically not even worth repairing at this point. Well, that is gonna be it for this episode, and we just found out some horrible news. Horrible enough to a point that if we knew it, we probably would have not bought the car. It is what it is though. I guess we're gonna go ahead and do some further troubleshooting in the next episode, show you guys what we're talking about, and most likely ask you guys' opinion. Should we follow through, or should we just maybe return this car back to the auction? I honestly don't even know what to do at this point. We started off this episode on a bright and jolly mood and kind of ended it off on, it's whatever though. It's part of the auction game. We'll get it figured out. If you guys enjoyed this content, please smash that like button down below, and if you guys want to see more, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and I appreciate all the love and support on my channel. With all that being said, you guys have a good one. Peace out.